Hello and welcome to Keep On Singing, the international educational boot camp for competitive singing. I'm your host, Ryan Hazy, and on this episode, you're going to see 6 singers that will perform in the Week 1 challenge. The theme is inspirational. What inspires them as singers? After each performance, all 4 of our coaches will give their thoughts of the song. Each singer will then receive their scores from this week's challenge. The scores are based on artistry, technique, and performance. Each panel score is out of a possible 100 points. We then add the coaches' scores, and we add the industry panel together, and we give them their weekly total. Before we meet the singers, let's meet the 4 coaches for Keep On Singing 2021. First up, we have Team Thompson, the twofer. Sissy and Michael Thompson are a great pair with music and ballroom dancing on their resumes. They cannot wait to coach their singers and build their skills each and every week. Next up, we have Team Keisha D, an accomplished artist with her own star on the Palm Springs Walk of Fame. She is so honored to coach her singers and to help them on their path. Next, we have Team Cowboy, Brian Scott, a legend in the singing world. He has performed all over the globe, and his range of genres are amazing. He is excited to be nurturing these singers on their next steps to becoming entertainers. And last and not least, we have Team Michael Cagle. With his musical theater degree, he helped start a children's theater and has performed on stage with such legends as Idina Menzel and Patti LaBelle and so many others. He is thrilled to be a part of this competition and has been since its birth. He cannot wait to guide his team of singers on their journey. Now that you've met the coaches, it's time to meet the singers.
Okay, so this is my song of inspiration. When we were little, my mom used to play this a lot whenever we needed inspiration for things like doing homework or housework or something like this. This was what was playing. I didn't know any English at the time, but I sure knew what this song was all about.
Maybe on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me feel as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me feel as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. When marimba rhythm starts
And we're here with Tina Lapalainen, I believe. Is that right, my dear? I got it. Yes. It's so hard. I'm not Finnish, but my family has a lot of history in the Finnish. In the Finnish, my family descends from the Finnish line. So let's get to the finish line and tell us what made you choose this song in particular. I absolutely loved your performance, by the way.
Thank you. Well, it was a tough one to choose from. I browsed through so many different categories for inspiration, and then this was something that reminded me of my childhood. It was something very familiar to me, and I didn't really remember the song before, and when I heard this one, it was like, oh, this is it. This is my inspiration song. This has been my inspiration since like 5 years ago. When I was 5 years old.
There you go. Well, very great choice. I love the way that you dance with the microphone, and I love the vintage microphone. Love that. All right. So we will start with Mr. Michael Cagle.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, excellent. How are you?
Good. Good. Look, very simple. I thought your presentation and your look were outstanding. I love the song choice. My only critique would be I would love a little just to see you play with dynamics even a little bit more, even though it's a kind of laid back song. I'm not talking about belting and opening up and like, but it just felt like there were a couple moments that I wanted your voice to sway. I wanted it to mimic kind of the pulse of the song. It felt kind of like here, which was good. I just wanted to see a little bit more play. Great voice, great singer. You know how to perform. I'm looking forward to what you bring to the stage next time because you are a really nice surprise for me. I really, really enjoyed you.
All right, Keisha D.
Hi, honey. Well, I absolutely loved it. You swayed, and honey, you slayed. So I don't have much more to say besides keep on swaying and keep on slaying. I gave you one of the higher marks. I loved everything. You looked good, sound good, backdrop good, hair good, good, girl. Go home, girl.
All right. Team Cowboy.
I absolutely agree with these judges. The Sway is one of my favorite songs, and I think you knocked it out of the park with your rendition of this. What I was amazed most is because you're from Finland, I thought I would hear that in your dialect, but girl, you changed it up and you made it sound so good. And I appreciated that. So congratulations. Good job.
Good
Worked
job.
well. Absolutely.
All right. And from your coaches, Team Thompson.
Well, I tell you, what a joy it was to work with you. You just could tell that you wanted to be here. You listened to all of my suggestions and Michael's suggestions and applied it so well. Dealing with somebody that has an accent such as you, I thought was going to be difficult, but yet the way we worked through it, mouth placement, it was almost like choreographing a dance and finding the song that you loved, and it so accommodated your accent so very well. You look beautiful, the makeup, everything. It was just a great time to play dress up with you. I look forward to seeing what we come up with this week.
Nice.
All right, Tina, your scores for this week. The industry panel gave you a score of 89. The coaches gave you a score of 84.5, bringing your total for week number 1 to 173.5. Congratulations. Very nicely done. Yeah. And we look forward to seeing what you're going to bring for week number 2. And I can't wait. Great job.
Thank you so much.
Broken down and tired, a little life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it
And we're here with Kristen. Welcome, my dear, from Team Thompson. So glad you could be with us. A great song choice, of course. Inspirational is my favorite category. And this is a great song that you picked, 100%. I loved the dress that you were wearing. Fantastically gorgeous. And great. It really completed the ensemble. Great job with that. So what was it like working with Sissy and Michael?
It was wonderful. They were so supportive and really helped me out. Like, it was excellent working with them so far. I'm excited.
Great, great. Well, we'll just jump right into it. We will start with Mr. Michael Cagle.
Hi. All right. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I hope you love me after I say this. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I think your voice is brilliant. And I loved your presentation. I had some issues emotionally connecting with the song as you were delivering it, because I felt like it was, once again, kind of more of a song in which somebody sings and just prove that they can sing. And I felt like the message was kind of lost. And I felt my biggest issue was your transitions, because you kind of did this thing, all right, and then you kind of went into this, and then into Rise Up, which was totally lost like 3 or 4 times. And I just felt like I felt like I wish you had another week with it, because then we could have gotten rid of some of the little things that were just, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
Keisha D.
All right. I enjoyed that song, and I'm glad that you picked a really good song for the challenge. And I see that you're working with trying to add a little bit more to it, maybe the soulfulness to it, but it was a little bit lost, but I think that's because you're making it your own, which is fantastic. So for that, I say kudos, because at least it didn't sound just like the person that sang it, which drives me nuts. So I have to say kudos for you for that, because you did execute the song, and it sounded like it was your own, coming from you, not from what you heard somebody else sing. Thank you.
Right. Team Cowboy. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Crystal, I disagree with both of them, sweethearts, because I thought you did a fantastic job. I gave you one of the highest scores of anybody in this competition, because I absolutely love what you did with that song. There are a couple of things that I noticed when you're belting out your high notes. It tends to go a little bit screamy rather than vocal. So if you pull back, it's easier to pull back than it is to keep giving. So make sure that you're pulling back, because I have the same problem. When I get into a song, sometimes I'll notice that I'm screaming those notes. And sometimes people think, well, if she's screaming the note, she's not hitting the note. She can't hit it. So just watch that. But overall, I loved that performance. I'm telling you, it was fantastic for me.
Team Thompson.
Hey girl, well, let me tell you, I think that song is right up your alley. You get to the top end sometimes and you have these little tiny runs that are just so effortless and so organic. I've talked to you about rest. We've talked about some vocal recovery. I want you to pull back some. You pushed a little bit too hard on the chorus in a couple of places. You don't need to. You don't need to. Watch the breathing, watch the support. And at times when we're looking into songs that are powerful like this, there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I might actually want to try this a half step lower. And let's see how much I can stay right on the edge of my belt, which to me is so exciting when I'm listening to a vocalist.
Well, and like all of our people, make sure rest is important for everybody. We're all burning the candle at both ends right now.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, coaches. And let's jump right into the scores. Kristen, the industry panel gave you a score of 80. The coaches gave you a score of 78, bringing your weekly total for week 1 to 158. Congratulations to you. And we look forward to seeing what you're going to bring for the second week's theme.
Thank you.
No wonder my heart is aching, on the verge of breaking down. The way we mistreat each other, what we're becoming now. Have we forgotten what love is? Remember when love was patient, everything good and kind, the feelings we felt together as our souls entwine. Have we forgotten what love is? Because love holds no record of wrongs, and love is both gentle and strong. It can't be spoken or promised, it has to be shown. Have we forgotten what love is? I heard a voice of a distant angel reminding me and you that love is not an expectation or something we fail to do. Have we forgotten what love is? Because love holds no record of wrongs, and love is both gentle and strong. It can't be spoken or promised, it has to be shown. Have we forgotten what love is? Love has got a way of healing, using the hands of time, can even restore the feelings buried deep inside. Have we forgotten what love is? Because love holds no record of wrongs, and love is both gentle and strong. It can't be spoken or promised, it has to be shown. Have we forgotten what love is? Ooh.
And we're here with Crystal from Team Thompson. How are you, my dear?
Good. How are you?
I am Peach Keen. Thank you for asking. So glad that you are able to join us. And this week's theme was inspirational. And I absolutely loved the outfit that you had, and the way that your hair was so gorgeous. I loved it. What made you choose this song in particular?
I like the message behind it. It's a lot of people think of it as it's a love song, but it's kind of, it fits the world right now, where, you know,
Right.
we've all seem
Yeah.
to have forgotten what love is at the moment with everything going on.
I would agree with that. All right, we're going to jump right into it with, we'll start with Team Cowboy.
Crystal, I loved your choice of songs. You know, in this time and what we're dealing with, I was so appreciative that you did choose that, and I thought you looked great. I thought you sounded great. I actually listened to your song a couple of times because it was so soothing to me. So whatever the Thompson twins over there are doing for you, it seems to be helping, because I've really enjoyed this performance as opposed to what we saw in the very beginning. I can tell that you have grown. So good job. Keep doing it.
All
You're on
right.
the
Keisha D.
Hi. Again, I have to say, beautiful selection on your song, very fitting, and I appreciated that. And I appreciate the way you executed the song. I'm sure they're already talking to you about the dropping of the jaw and the using of the diaphragm and all those things. I know the blah, blah, blah of it. And I just think this, the more you execute all of that and incorporate those skills, which do not happen overnight. So I won't harp on it. I'll just say, keep dropping the jaw and keep using your diaphragm to execute those phrases and bring those phrases out. And honey, you got something going on. Congratulations.
All right, and now we'll move over to the Michael Cagle.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You made me smile. You were one of the pleasant surprises that came going through it. I was like, what? I like this. I really, seriously, I love the song choice. I loved your presentation. I think your voice is absolutely outstanding. It was a wonderful way to get to know who you are and some of the things that you're capable of doing. I think you're going to go very far in this contest. I really loved how surprised I was at how many things fell into place for you. The only thing I would suggest, keep working on support. There were a couple times I felt like you were reaching rather than landing on top of. So other than that, really good. I really welcome you. You are an outstanding vocalist. I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks.
All right, Team Thompson.
Well, we are extremely proud of you. She was one of our shy singers, and as the week went on, we could tell right away that she is an extremely hard worker, and she was up for any kind of change we asked her to do. She incorporated it immediately. And so one of us isn't talking the whole time. I'm going to let Sissy talk.
Oh, I just loved it. I loved it. And she's just such a marvelous young lady to work with. She's a joy.
All right. Well, then let's move on to your scores for week one, Crystal. Our industry panel gave you a 79.5.
Woo.
The coaches gave you 78.5 for a grand total of 158. Congratulations, my dear. We look forward to seeing what you will bring for us next week. Great job.
Thank you.
Super job.
Hey y'all, my name is Jordan Campbell Reyna, and the main reason why this song inspires me is because of my grandfather. He's been a very big inspiration in my life. He's taught me to be the man that I am today. He's been my coach all throughout all my sports I've played, and every time he walks into a room, he just makes the whole room brighten up. Everyone smile and everything, and that's what I strive to do as a person. So this one goes out to my old man. He was a giant, and I was just a kid. I was always trying do everything he did. I can still remember every lesson he taught me. Growing up, learning how to be like my old man. He was a lion. We were our father's pride, but I was defiant when it made me walk the line. He knew how to lift me up, when to let me fall. Looking back, he always had a plan. my old man. My old man, feel the callus on his hands and dusty overalls. My old man, now I finally understand. I have a lot to learn from my old man. My old man. Now I'm a giant. I got a son of my own. He was always trying to go everywhere I go. Do the best I can to raise him up the right way, hoping that someday he wants to be like his old man. My old man, I hope one day we'll meet again. As he's looking down, my old man, I hope he's proud of who I am. I'm trying to fill the boots of my old man. My old man.
And we're here with another Team Thompson, the lovely Mr. Jordan Reyna. How are you, sir?
I'm doing really good today.
Great. Glad to hear it. What was it like working with Sissy and Michael this week?
I absolutely loved every single minute of it. It really helped out my voice a lot more than I actually anticipated.
Excellent, excellent. All right, we're just going to jump right into it, and we're going to hear what the coaches thought of your performance this week. We'll start with Miss Keisha D.
Hi.
Hi.
Very nicely done. I love that selection. That was just beautiful. And I could tell it was from your heart. I don't know how long you've been singing, but I will encourage you to just keep working with your coaches, and just keep growing, because you have something there. The instrument's beautiful, and you did a wonderful job, and I appreciate the song choice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Team Cowboy.
Yeah, Jordan, I really, really did like that song choice. Who doesn't love a good Zac Brown band tune? It's a beautifully written song. It's very emotional. You applied that to the song. I think in a competition, even though it's an inspirational song, I think it's a little tough because it doesn't really go very far in the vocals. So it was just kind of mediocre there. But you look great on camera. I can tell you're working at it. So keep going. I love your voice in the country style. I don't know if you want to sing country music, but I really enjoy. Yeah, I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Michael.
You're such a dork. Okay. First of all, you have a huge likability factor. People just you pop on screen and people just like, I like him. I liked your presentation. This didn't do it for me this week. I have to be honest. I felt like it kind of fell into a more of a talky sing kind of performance. And then when you did sing, I didn't feel like a lot of support was there. Like you were just kind of reaching for the notes, which in all honesty led to a lot of pitch issues. Like you were there was some, yeah, I think you have a great storyteller voice. I think you have a great voice. I think you have a good foundation in which to grow from. But I really, really encourage you to listen to all the fundamentals that the Thompsons are going to give you and really, really apply them, because some of them are just basic things that you're going to need to just improve your instrument. But I like you as a person, and I think there's so much potential there. It's all about foundation, though.
All right, Team Thompson.
Hello, honey. How are you doing? First of all, I wanted to say it was a pleasure working with you this week. I'm so excited that you are just ready to learn. And I think that speaks a lot about your character. I wanted to say, I loved the way that you told the story. I loved the way that some of the phrasing was almost like you were lightly talking. To me, that's what makes a song personable. And it made it a little bit more intimate for me, actually. I want you to continue to watch your jaw. I want you to be on the note. There are still times, and you and I talked about this, where you are not on top of that note. You slide into the note. And I want you to be more on edge, especially when you're singing in your belt. Especially when you're singing your belt, to be on that note. But other than that, I loved the story. You made me cry. You know that. We love working with you. And let's hit it hard this week, okay?
All right, Jordan, your scores from week number 1. The industry panel gave you 64.5, and the coaches gave you 65, bringing your total to 129.5. Congratulations, sir. We look forward to seeing what you'll bring for week number 2, and in this next genre. It's going to be fun. Thanks so much, and keep it up.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
And we're here with Nicole Sider from Canada. Hello, my dear. So glad you're a part of Team Thompson this week. Tell us, what was it like working with your coaches, and what did you learn?
Oh, I learned so much, actually. I've never really had a lot of technical coaching, and even just the pronunciations of the vowels, just changing that, how I could open up my voice quite a bit more that way. And then being able to kind of navigate where I should be softer, where I should be a little bit more warm was super helpful. And I'm really excited to keep working with them.
Wonderful, wonderful. I absolutely loved this particular rendition of your song choice. I'd never heard that version before. It was very beautiful. Let's jump right into it. Team Cowboy, what did you think?
Hey, Nicole, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Listen, I really, really commend you for working hard in this competition. So thank you very much. I thought that rendition was so unique from a female perspective. You know, I thought, ooh, I can't wait to hear what she does. The only critique that I need to give you is to be able to hear your pitch. Now, sometimes people will be singing and they'll just literally be in a different keys. That just tells me that they don't understand the dynamics of vocal ability and hearing themselves as they're singing. So maybe a suggestion I would have is to maybe record yourself and listen back a lot so you can hear where those notes aren't correct. And that might help you just a little bit more. But I just commend you. I love that version of that song. So congratulations. Wait to hear you next week.
Very good advice. Thank you, Team Cowboy. And Miss Keisha D.
Hi, it was really, really beautiful. And I do like that rendition as well. It made me feel very warm and very, very nice. I do think that I hate to harp on Brian because that's what I was going to say already, is just work on your pitch. And I was actually going to say, you know, you might want to just kind of listen back and take notes as you do that and say, oh, okay, now I see what I did on that and kind of tweak. If you work on your pitch and work on just support from your diaphragm, you have a nice instrument. Now just keep working on it and you're going to do well. You're representing Canada very well right now, young lady.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you, Keisha. And moving on to Team Kegel.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Look, I love the sultriness of your voice. I love the warmth. I love the fact that you played. About 75% of this I liked. The other 25, I was like, I wasn't sure if it was an artistic choice or a lack of support, but every time you landed on the word world, you were drastically under pitch, and then you kind of went and went up. And it was like, was that as a listener, I wasn't sure if it was an artistic choice or support choice. And I just want to reiterate, everybody talks about being able to belt and making sure that you're supported when you belt. You need more energy and more support singing the intense, quiet, intimate notes than you actually do just belting and opening up. And I wanted to know so much more, like, was this a choice that you had made? Because it resulted in me being confused as a listener of whether you were just off pitch or it was an artistic choice to be kind of cool. It confused me.
All right, thank you. And moving on from your coaches, Sissy and Michael Thompson.
Hello, hello, hello. I watched your performance several times again, and I think that I found one of the problems. On World, which is where we talked about warming it up, I loved the tone of your voice, but like Michael said, we always talk about support in the high register, even when you're coming into that warm place that's still right there in your belt. Exactly. Even being low register sometimes requires even just as much support, or not much more support, or much more support. So we're going to continue to work on that. I'm proud of you. We've marked our music. I hope that helped you, and we're definitely going to continue that. And I look forward to this week digging in really deep and seeing what we can produce.
Nicely done, Sissy.
Nicely done, Nicole. All right, let's move on to your scores for this week. The industry panel gave you a score of 69, and the coaches gave you a score of 65 for a weekly total of 134 points. Congratulations, my dear. And we look forward to seeing what you will bring for week 2 ahead.
Thank you so much for the feedback. I have lots to work on, and I appreciate the feedback.
Thank you, Nicole.
We're glad to have you, my dear.
Nice work.
my name is Dawn Hayes. I chose the song This Is Me because it inspires me because of all the things that I know that I have been through in my life. I have lived a life of shame, and not only from other people, but the shame that I put upon myself. And so I have gradually overcome those obstacles, not only from the words that other people have said to me, but from the words that I play over and over again in my mind. And it's taken me one day at a time, one step at a time, and one moment at a time. Hope you enjoy. I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause nobody wants your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I wanna send the flood, I'm gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let that shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we're glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, wanna send the blood, wanna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love, 'cause there's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the flood, I'm gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Marching on, marching on. This is me. Whenever the words come, whenever the words come, whenever they come, I'll drown them out. Whoa, 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 this is me.
And we are here with Dawn Hayes from Team Thompson. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm peachy keen. Thank you for asking. I'm so excited that you chose this song. You did a great job with the storytelling behind it, and
Thank you.
it showed that you had a good time with it. What was it like working with Team Thompson?
Exactly what I was hoping it would be. Knowing that Sissy and Mike work very close together, you know, with them being husband and wife, and they feed off of each other to help me get better. And in the places where I know that I've been struggling vocally for the past few years, it was very quickly addressed, and I was promptly given ways to maneuver around things that were bothering me.
Right on. All right. Well, we're going to jump right in, and we are going to listen to the coaches' critiques. Just be aware that they are. It's constructive criticism. No one's out to get you. No one's out to get you. We're all here to support you. All right. We're going to start with team Mr. Michael Cagle.
Oh no. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I'm kind of the nasty one, but I'm not nasty to be mean. I feel like you are a great singer. I didn't like the song choice.
Okay.
The reason why, and it, to me, the song is really emotional, and it's about conveying a sense of sadness and then taking ownership of who you are, and I felt like the emotional integrity of the song was lost. I think it felt like it was a song that you sang well because you hit the notes right. So it's weird for me. The notes were right and the voice is good, but the emotional delivery of the song for me was kind of flat. It felt more self-indulgent than it felt like you were there to make a statement about the song itself, or the why you were motivated to sing it. So I was kind of in a quandary between really good voice, but a song that wasn't emotionally connected for me at all. It just felt like, okay, she's showing she can sing, but the song wasn't delivered to me.
All right. Thank you, Simon Cowell. Let's move on to Brian Scott, Team Cowboy.
Simon Cowell. Oh my God. Don, hi, sweetheart. How are you doing, baby?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great now. I've been under the weather, but I'm feeling good now. But you know, I'm Team Don Hayes. You know, I love your voice, baby. There is nothing like a sweet sound from Don Hayes. But I do agree with Michael on this. I didn't think this song was your best. And like he said, even though the notes were there, I didn't feel it as much. But you know what? I know that singing to a camera can be very, very difficult. And it's something that we're all learning how to do now because of COVID and everything. Yep. So I understand that sometimes we can lose those emotions in a song. Like, you know, it's different when you're on a stage and you've got a crowd behind you. So it takes a little effort, takes a little practice. I know that, but I thought you sang beautifully. It was just an emotional thing for me.
Okay.
All right. Keisha D.
Hi, honey.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you so much. Listen, I appreciate your voice a lot. You did a great job. I have to kind of, I hate to be redundant, but it is, yeah, you just kind of needed to maybe show a little more, this is me. Truly allowing me to believe that's coming from you. When you pick songs like that, it really does have to come from the heart that you're trying to portray that. And you did hit the notes, and your voice is very nice. But I just think that it just, to me, you kind of lost a little bit of the passion. That's what I was trying to think of. A little bit more passion.
That's a good one.
Would have really helped. Would have probably helped push that song right over to where you go, wow. You know what I'm saying? I looked at it and went, yes, but I really wanted to go, wow.
All right, Team Thompson.
Hello, honey. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are y'all doing?
Doing well. Listen, we're talking about the virtual stage, and you and I and Michael and your husband know that this was a tough week production-wise for everything that you had to put together. Here's the thing. When you do it live, you show up, you walk on the stage and you sing. Now we're basically our own producers, our sound man, our audio. So by the time you get there to sing, you know, let's just be honest. Sometimes you lose a little bit of the chutzpah because it's taken a marathon to get to where you are. So I tend to agree with what they're saying. I felt like that there was a little bit of emotional disconnect by the time we got there, simply because I think you were worn out from everything that you had to do this. It was a lot to do in a short amount of time. However, I want to say I think that you do have a connection with that song. I think that there's a story to be told there that only you know, and I think if done at a time where you're not being pressured, you know, without all the other stuff, I think that you could do a great job with it. I also will say that there were a few notes that were a little bit strange. You and I talked about your passage or your passaggio going from your belt up to your high register. We're going to work on that some more. But you know what? You gave it an extreme amount of effort, and I'm very proud of you. Your voice is butter, and I love you very much. And we've got this week, so just keep
Great
positive.
Great job this week, Don. And we're just going to jump right into it. Your industry score is 71, and your coach's score is 70 for a total of 141 points.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing what you do next week. And we'll see you next week.
All right. Thank y'all.
Wow. What an incredible job, you guys. 6 amazing performances from so much passion and drive within you as singers. And that's what we strive for here at Keep On Singing. Great job. Keep up the good work. I cannot wait to see what you bring for the following theme of next week, which is, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Next week's theme, pop and R&B. I cannot wait to see what all 6 of you are going to bring for this week's theme. And best of luck to each and every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us from your homes. No matter where you are in the world, I'm so glad that you were able to be here. And just remember, no matter what life throws at you, keep on singing.